Hey guys, welcome back. It's Mrs. Klein. We are going to do April, week 2, day 2. And this is for those of you that have the story Animals in the Arctic. So I kept my animal theme up here. Obviously, I'm not in the Arctic anywhere, but that's what we're going to read today. So let's go ahead and get that opened and start this. One of my favorite things to see when I go to the zoo is the polar bears. Look at them. They're so pretty there. Animals of the Arctic. The Arctic is a snowy place. Come meet some animals that live in this icy habitat. Polar bears live in the Arctic. These big white animals live mostly on land. They also spend time in the cold Arctic Ocean. Polar bears look for food in holes in the ocean ice. They like to eat seals and walruses. The white snowy owl flies in the Arctic. In the daytime, it hunts for food. The snowy owl can eat some small animals whole. Seals swim in the Arctic Ocean. They catch fish to eat. They like to slide on the ice too. That one was a short one. Okay, so here's our questions. Yours looks a little different. Mine is just side by side here, so don't let that bother you, okay? Question number 1. What is the weather like in the Arctic? A, hot and sunny, B, cold and rainy, or C, cold and snowy? Think about where the polar bears live. What's it like? Okay, number 2. This text gives us information about animals that live in the Arctic. What are some of the animals that live in the Arctic? A, tigers, lions, and elephants. B, polar bears, snowy owls, and seals. Or C, deer, bears, and snakes. What did we read about? What animals? Number 3, polar bears spend some time in the Arctic Ocean. What does this information tell us about polar bears? A, polar bears can swim. B, polar bears can breathe underwater. Or C, polar bears are afraid of the water. Now, if they're spending time in the water, then what can they do? We know it's not C. They're not afraid of the water. So you just have to decide, is it A, can they swim? Or B, can they breathe underwater? Are they fish? They have to have gills to breathe underwater. All right, number 4. What is Animals of the Arctic mostly about? A, animals that live in the Arctic. B, where the Arctic is on the globe. Or C, polar bear diets. Okay, for the written portion, we're actually going to switch screens here. So give me a second to get that pulled up. And we will do this together. Okay. Number 5, when do snowy owls hunt for food? And it told us this. This one kind of surprised me, but it did tell us in the story when they hunt for food. Who can remind me? Look back in your story and tell me, when do they hunt for food? Is it during the day or during the night? Who has it? I heard it. Good. They hunt for food during the day, it said. That really, really surprised me. I thought that most owls were nocturnal, but apparently the snowy owl hunts for food during the day. Okay, so we are going to restate this. It says, when do snowy owls hunt for food? How am I going to restate this? Tell me. Good. We're going to start it out and say, snowy owls hunt for food during the day. There you go. All right, the next question is, what did you learn from Animals of the Arctic? Okay, who remembers yesterday? How did I start this question when it said, what did you learn? I started it out a certain way. Turn and talk to someone in the room and tell them how we're going to start this out. What did you learn from animals of the Arctic? Remember, yesterday we started out, when I read, I think the story was about alligators. So when I read American Alligators, I learned da 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 da. We're going to do the same thing, but with this. So we're going to say, when I read Animals of the Arctic, I learned, I'm just going to put dot, 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 because I want you to tell me something that you learned. What did you learn when you read Animals in the Arctic? You guys have to finish that one. You can do it though. All you have to do is take something from the passage and just copy it down. Take a fact that you think was interesting and just copy it down right there. So, all right, guys, I look forward to our story tomorrow, and I hope that you are all doing well, and I miss you all. I will see you later. Bye.